What if a large movie theater chain is subtly getting ready for calculated actions that might alter its place in the entertainment sector? AMC appears to be restructuring some assets, reorganizing its capital, and making space for new opportunities based on a number of actions. Taken in recent months, these activities have sparked speculation about the possible course the business is taking, how it intends to improve its business practices, and what the current state of the market means for AMC's decision to sell a portion of its stake in HYMC has been a major topic of discussion. Lately, the sale freed up funds that AMC could reinvest in areas thought to be critical to its long-term strategy, even though the company still has warrants that might benefit it if IMC does well in the future. Redeploying capital toward opportunities within its core business was something the company had previously mentioned. This kind of wording usually indicates that a business is getting ready to reinvest in sectors where it believes there is room for expansion. AMC obtaining access to new theater locations is one possibility that is being discussed. In the larger community, there have been rumors that Paramount is looking into selling national amusement screens in South America, the US, and the UK. As the biggest chain of movie theaters, AMC could assess whether specific locations fit with its operational objectives if such assets become available. AMC has continuously concentrated on improving its infrastructure, adding premium screens, remodeling spaces, and shutting down underperforming sites over the last few years. Their approach has been to strengthen their strongest markets, eliminate weak points, and increase efficiency. Given this past, it makes sense to assume that AMC may consider new acquisitions if the locations align with its current operational model and network. The potential for expanding into film distribution or financing is another concept that observers are discussing, albeit AMC has not confirmed. This subject arose as a result of several recent films, including those that were released internationally, doing remarkably well in international markets. The potential of technology, such as AI-based localization tools, to increase the appeal of films to viewers in other nations has drawn more attention. A company like AMC may be able to increase its revenue streams while staying within the entertainment industry. It already knows well if it can engage in distribution or work with studios on specific projects. Once more, these conversations are purely hypothetical, but the rationale behind them comes from AMC's prior participation in special releases, like big concert films, which showed that different distribution strategies can produce noteworthy box office outcomes. Recent industry events have demonstrated that the distribution of films is becoming more valuable and competitive, according to reports. Big businesses like Netflix and Paramount are aggressively putting themselves in a position to increase their control over movie libraries and distribution rights. The fact that the industry is receiving multi-billion-dollar bids shows how important this market has grown. Additionally, observers pointed out that when a business like Netflix expresses interest in collaborating with theaters, it denotes a change from the previous belief that streaming would completely replace theaters. Rather, the pattern indicates that the film business is expanding. While theaters still play a significant part, conversations concerning AMC's debt situation and financial positioning have surfaced in tandem with company-level strategy. AMC's debt levels are lower now than they were a few years ago. According to observers, it provides AMC greater flexibility in making operational choices, especially when combined with the company's access to several $100 million in cash. Furthermore, tens of millions of dollars in liquidity were added through the sale of some of the HYMC holdings, which could be used for future opportunities or business enhancements. Many people in the neighborhood have been keeping tabs on the performance of other movie theaters. For instance, some observers blame market forces rather than AMC's real business practices when companies like IMAX and Cinemark display price movements in line with box office performance. While AMC does not, the role of off-exchange trading and dark pool activity has come up frequently in order to demonstrate how some buying pressure can be diverted away from public exchanges. Discussions frequently contrast AMC's average dark pool usage with that of other companies, despite operating in the same box office environment. Observers use these comparisons to understand why AMC's price movement may not always reflect peers in the industry. The subject of ownership. Percentages disclosed by institutions is another recurrent theme. A number of non-AMC examples like Carvana or Cinear. Institutional ownership percentages have surpassed 100%, which inevitably sparks discussions regarding the way reporting systems account for share loans, synthetic shares, and other intricate market instruments. Members of the community frequently cite similar reporting anomalies for AMC as indications that shares originating from multiple levels of lending and borrowing are included in the reporting system. Additionally, market players have been talking about regulatory cases involving companies such as Virtue, where regulators found problems with the company's information firewalls, AMC's. Stock price is not directly impacted by fines and lawsuits, but they do add to a larger discussion about trading system transparency. It is unclear how some firms might benefit from execution given that some institutions have been discovered to share order information internally, even inadvertently, the subject of margin. Pressure in the financial markets has been further discussed. Long positions in large-cap stocks or other assets are frequently used as collateral against short positions in analysts. Explanations of the concept. A situation where the collateral weakens as a result of long positions losing value puts more pressure on short positions. Although the precise makeup of collateral varies greatly by institution, some observers also mention Bitcoin and other assets as possible sources of collateral stress. Several analysts have compared current global markets to previous times when liquidity was tight, citing indications of funding stress and collateral tightening. Examples cited by observers include changes in the U.S. reverse repo levels, the yen carry trade, and the Japanese bond market. Market observers interpret a decline in reverse repo volumes and a decrease in liquidity as an indication that institutions may have less wiggle room during volatile times. Some members of the community have used technical analysis as a tool to read market sentiment rather than as a way to predict outcomes. Some analysts predict higher volatility when technical indicators reveal waning market-wide momentum. This kind of analysis is frequently combined with talks about settlement cycles, like T+64 for specific stocks, which can lead to timing-based pressure or bottlenecks in the system. When these factors are combined with AMC's financial restructuring, the possibility of strategic cash deployments, the evolving film distribution landscape, regulatory discussions, liquidity stress in international markets, and price differences between AMC and comparable companies, a picture of a business positioned in the middle of a complex environment is painted. Box office results, infrastructure spending, and AMC's capacity to adjust to shifting market conditions all continue to have an impact on its business operations. In the meantime, the stock's daily movements are influenced by larger financial factors. All things considered, AMC seems to be in a stage where market structure dynamics, industry shifts, and available capital all converge. The business has kept liquidity, cut down on debt, and is still improving internally. The theater industry's changing landscape is also reflected in conversations about acquisitions, movie distribution, and strategic reinvestment. An extra layer of complexity is introduced by the external market environment, which is characterized by liquidity stress signals, unusual ownership reports, and variations in price behavior relative to peers. Many observers continue to keep a close eye on this environment as AMC negotiates its next moves in a rapidly shifting entertainment and financial landscape. That's all we've got for you today. Guys, how do you feel about the stock of AMC? Participate and share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for watching.